Does Power Apps come with Office 365 or Microsoft 365? Yes and no. Let me take you through the difference between what you get with Power Apps in that Office 365 license and what you get with a premium license so that you can decide which thing is right for you. On the screen here, I am in the Power Apps Maker portal with just Office 365. I've actually got the E5 license here, which is the highest level one. And what you've got the ability to do here is to create apps based on other Microsoft 365 products. So this is really designed to extend that productivity collaboration type scenario. The most common way we see people using Power Apps within that Office 365 license is to build apps on SharePoint as a data source. And you can go quite a long way with this. If you've got data in SharePoint and you want to build apps over the top of that to give you a good user experience, you can work with Canvas apps here, create mobile apps that allow you to add to that data source, edit that data source, browse it, all of those kinds of things. What you can't do though is connect to enterprise databases like SQL or Salesforce or Dynamics CRM, any of those kinds of things, and you can't use the premium connectors. You'll also find that you've only got one environment, which is the default environment. That has limitations in what you can do in terms of security and permissions. It's the place you can build Power Apps that's fully connected into all of those Office 365 services, but you can't do like an application lifecycle management type thing of taking your apps through development, test, production. Again, these are things you're doing if you're building critical apps for your business. So as a starting point, Power Apps within Microsoft 365, awesome for extending your use cases for collaboration, productivity, building apps on SharePoint, building apps for teams, those kinds of things. But then if you want to start working with premium connectors, large scale data sets, complex security things, you're going to need the full Power Apps license. And the other thing you can do within your full Power Apps license is work with Dataverse, which is the database that sits underneath model-driven apps and opens up that whole world for you. So within my Microsoft 365 license here, if I try to create solutions, which is about moving applications across different environments, can't do it. If I go into Dataverse here, you'll see there's no database enabled. Let me switch across into a different tenant where I've actually got a full Power Apps license, and I'll show you what the difference is. So it looks the same on the front page. You'll notice here though, when I click on environment, I've got various different environments here, including this idea of sandbox environments and production environments that I can work with. And you need to have a certain capacity that comes with that Power Apps license in order to be able to do that. You've also got solutions in here, which allows you to package up different assets that you build and move those across the different environments and really create that proper life cycle. Within Dataverse here in my tables, this comes with a very, very rich database capability underneath. Check out my other video if you want to know more about Dataverse, but this is a scalable, secure, intelligent data platform that's sitting under here. So if you're building Canvas apps on SharePoint, you're fine with productivity scenarios. You can go up to a few thousand records, all good. But if you want to be building things where you don't have a database data source already and you want to include that, that's what you're getting here. This can go to terabytes of data, complex security, all sorts of things in there. The other thing you can do here then is to build what's called a model-driven app on top of it. And a model-driven app looks something like this. This is built on data tables in Dataverse with no code, and you can configure the screens to have the right user interface that you want on them. You can bring in guided business process flows, all of this stuff at the top here, all of this capability to connect to Flow, to Word, Excel is in there as well, security permissions, all of that is just done for you when you say create a model-driven app. So this is a really huge capability within Power Apps that allows you to create rich, flexible database applications that only comes with that premium license. You also get access to all of the premium connectors when you've got a full Power Apps license. So you'll see here we've got those Dataverse things in there. If I wanted to work with something like SQL or any other enterprise database system that you've got, and you want to build a Canvas app that connects to that, you'll see this little gem icon here is showing you that those are premium. So that one is premium if you're working with Dynamics 365. Those are all premium. Same if you're working with Salesforce as a CRM, you can do that. That's premium as well. Whereas if I wanted to work with something like Excel online, not premium, SharePoint, not premium. So in summary then, yep, Power Apps is included with Office 365 as long as you want to stay within that world, productivity, collaboration, those kinds of applications, and working with things like Excel and SharePoint as a data source. But if you want to get into the world of enterprise mission critical kind of databases that scale with complex security, or to work with model driven apps, which is a very important part of the platform capability, then you do need a premium license. Hope that clarifies. Thanks for watching.